Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the Arena Direct Sealed Edge of Eternities Collector Booster Box Challenge. It is a very competitive challenge. You get 6 booster packs. You're doing a sealed event of Edge of Eternities. If you go 7 wins, you have the opportunity of winning a collector box. Anything less, you don't get the collector box, but if you get at least 3 wins, you get some gems back. Ideally, you get 4 wins and you can get some gems and packs, and then you can always re-jump back in. You'll be positive on gems. You got 24 and plenty more gems as you go up. But of course, the goal is to get to the collector box, so let's see what we can do. Open some good packs, please. Okay. So we have Sammy, Wildcat Captain, Double Strike Vigilance, Affinity for Artifacts. So not my favorite colors, but not a bad card. The Super Void can be annoying, but I don't know how playable it is in this format. Gemstone Caverns. In your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield with a luck counter. If you do, exile a card from your hand. So you go down a card. Is it no? Is it you may begin with it on the field. But if you do, you got to exile that card. And you can add 1 mana of any color, so it's not bad, but you're essentially starting with 6 cards. This is great for artifact decks. And then when this spacecraft enters, it deals damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target creature an opponent controls. It's okay, it's not super amazing, but it is decent. And then we got a 1 mana, red mana for a 1/1 menace. Exile an artifact card you control from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on this, then it deals damage equal to its power to any target. That could get interesting. And then we have the Anti-Causal Vestige, which colorless, thank goodness, so we can play it in any color deck that we have. But let's see what we got. Let's see, playable white cards. Not so much. Sure. I don't like those. Help look. Surveil. Okay, we got 1 copy of that, and we got 2 kill spells, so it's not too bad, but they do have to be tapped in order for you to use it. Okay. Try to get all these cards together in their color. Cryogen counter unless they pay 2. Okay, I'm not super thrilled about those, but sure. I like the fact that it gives hexproof, but it's not that great. So we have Macon Navigator. I mean, if you're able to get it sideways, which we'll see if we have any spaceships. Not a big fan of this one, but it is a body. That is flying. Okay. Could be good. Unravel counter target spell if the amount was less than this. Then draw a card. Sure. Okay. The whale's good. Like that guy. Okay. So we have some solid blue. Black, we got removal. I've actually been a fan of this blade. More removal. I like the 2-drop. Especially when it dies and leaves you a lander token, you can either use it to sack or actually go get a land. Not interested in the combat trick. 2 virus beetles, now we're talking. actually slight fan of decode transmissions. Oh, do we get the combo in here? Oh, we didn't. Oh yeah, we got 3 of these. Ugh. Okay, whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. Okay. I think we could do something with black. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sacrifice this, then put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control with 2 additional 1/1 counters. So not bad. Maybe I was misreading it a little earlier. Let's see what we have for red. Of course, the rare. Not a big fan of Scrapper unless you're like heavy sacrifice. Yeah, we could use mana. Target creature deals damage to itself. Yeah. And then 3 like steal effects. That's outrageous. Okay, so there's that rare. Cov Lander Seeker. I love that card. Not a big fan of the red tiger. It does not seem to pull its weight. Yeah, you get it for 2 and you can do 3 damage, but after that it just kind of falls off a cliff. Sure. And that one's kind of iffy for me. Alright, green. Oh, we can get mana. Not trying to play that artifact and get a lander token. I love that combat trick. Impact is good. And you'll almost always have a target for this. At least a one of. Sure. You have to put counters on everything. And a worm. Not looking so hot. Let's see what we got for multicolor. Ooh, blue-black. Black was a good color, and blue, I believe, was also a good color that we had. So red wasn't looking so hot. I don't know if we're going to be playing green, so not too concerned. Out of the 2 lands, I would go with the Starforge. Sweeper wouldn't be too bad. And of course we got the puppy. And yes, we are definitely playing the Vistage. So I'll put the land over here to see if we're gonna build it. And that's all the cards. So I'm gonna see what we can build out of these colors. I'll try a few different colors and then we'll see what the best one is. And we'll do that using editing magic. So this is what I was able to come up with for red-black. Black is probably one of our stronger colors, so I'm definitely trying to play it. I'll try blue-black as well. I'm kind of okay with this, not super thrilled. We have some low drops which aren't like super amazing, but the discard from here, the lander token will help make sure we hit our land drop. If we can't attack, we can at least try to turn the spaceship on. A little bit of mana ramp and the trigger at the bottom, the 7 mana, if we get to that point, to at least pump something. And we can just continue exiling cards and dealing damage using this, because a lot of our stuff is artifacts. We have at least 9 in this deck. 2 of which are over here, and you can just pump your small stuff with the blades. So it definitely is a contender, because this 1/1 turns into a a 4/2, and that's something you got to block. And you're not trying to really block the 1/1, especially after it made you throw away a card. Alright, so this is what our blue-black looks like. We'll be running 16 lands. We have Secluded Starforge, which is probably going to be our all-star here. Give us a reason to use our artifacts, a way to tap them. And that way, over here, if we can't attack, we can at least still draw a discard. I mean, they're small bodies. Like we said with the Rakdos, the red-black, the blades will make them really powerful and strong enough to actually go into combat and make them a real threat. We have 1, 2, 3 forms of removal, 5 with the vote out, a way to tap something down for another turn, and then bounce, 2 different type of counter spells, and of course the void. So if one of our little guys dies, that's fine. They're gonna have to sack a bigger guy. So it's not really beneficial for them. Then we have the jellyfish. Once again, I told y'all I wasn't too big of a fan of this card. However, if we get a blade attached to it, it is flying. It's probably gonna be a 2/4 by itself with another 3 damage. That's 5 damage in the air a turn. They're pretty dead fairly quickly, and this is a way to ping them down, gain us some life. And then one of the good things is we have 2 of these, so we can get some card draw, we can toss out some of the artifacts, and we can really try to go through our deck. We're gonna run this and we'll see how it goes. I mean, we got a fairly lowish curve, and when we got some power at the top too. With enough scry and draw, I think we'll be fine. If y'all enjoy events like this, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know. If this is the kind of content y'all want to see, I'm all for it. I just need to know. Ooh, just a lot of spells. We go first. We can put the blade out. And if we draw our 3rd land, we'll be okay. At least for a little bit. We'll give it a shot. We'll see how this goes. That works too. Play out the Prospector. Not take down the card yet. Light Swire. Okay. Let's go to combat. Deal 2. Put down another. Now, if we actually have something leave the battlefield, we can just attach both of them, and that's going to be nasty. Ooh, I wish that was able to be done on our turn. Let's be on our turn. But if I bounce this, I can swing, double equip, go. And since we don't really have anything else going on right now, we might as well bounce it or kill it. And if they play the angel, we can kill the angel. So let's go with the bounce. Let's hope they don't have a kill spell for that. That will make this game a really quick game. Plus we're missing on lane drop, so it's not too good for us. Unfortunately, we can't do anything right now anyway. Okay. Let's try this. There we go. There's our mana. Could have used you a turn ago. Let's put this out there. I'm halfway tempted just to kill this. So get the blades attached. And does this... I just don't want them tapping it down repeatedly with their guy over here. Looks like they may crack their lander token. And go and draw. Land. I swear if they have another one of those, it's gonna be so annoying. It's like, so far they've had like double striker. Well, looks like we can do some serious removal here. We play out our land, we can shrink this guy, swing, and if they chump, they'll probably chump. Let's just go ahead and kill him. See what they gotta do. And they're probably gonna expect to use him to keep me locked down. And I feel like I have to kill it. So, go ahead. But we're good. So let's see what else they play out. That works. Ooh. That is lethal. Screwed at the start, so let's go to game 2. I would like for this to be better than a no-win game, so fingers crossed, let's make this one work. Our lands, we got all 3 colors, and we have some spells that we can use, so let's do this. They mulligan down to 6. So we wait a turn, we can warp this in, and we can probably kill it or something. But we do not have good attacks right now. So we play this out. Play this and leave up our entering causes a trigger, so they get another robot. Yeah, you got it there. Technically, I can just lock it down. And get the equip. I don't really have anything super good for that, but we will draw a card with it, so we'll play the land. We'll warp it in. Go to combat. Go to end, draw a card. And of course we'll just flip that. Yeah, and we'll just play it. Draw another card. Now that we have 6 available mana, we can play it out again. Expire. So I really don't want to trade right now, but if that's all we have, then we can at least trade. And do 6. Yeah, and we'll just equip it here if that's the case. So, do I care to bounce it is the question. No. He's gonna take it. Okay. Also makes sense. Down to 10-6 is fairly scary. Maybe I should have killed that thing when I had the chance. We get a lot of ETB triggers. Okay. So if I swing with 10, he cannot block it. I can play a creature down, so I have a chump. I can return their menace back to their hand. Or I can just tap it down for sure. So it's probably going to be the play. Let's just tap it down. If he chooses to attack, then so be it. And then I can bounce one of these guys back to his hand for a bad block on his end. So let's go to combat. Swing. Double block. No. Interesting. 10. Tap it down. Life. Draw a card. Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, So I can kill him myself. How do I do 2 more damage? It has to die, not leave battle, so I can't do that one. But that will help me tap something down as well. So let's do this. And we can tap this guy down. I guess we'll just go ahead and kill their locust. I can't really see them dealing 9 damage to us, and if they board wipe, I think they take 2 damage and die. There. Woo. Okay. Alright, so we at least got 1 game in. Let's go on. I don't know if this deck is really like a 6-0, 7-0 type deck. We can get the lander out, and we'll get our blue. There's our blue. Part of me wants to put it on this so at least I can draw and discard. Because he's going to have to put a 1-1 counter on our creature. We're about to take 4. You got me there. Should I kill it and then swing for 3, discard a land, potentially bounce? Therefore, I feel like that'll probably be the right thing to do. It's a lot of damage though. So let's go ahead and kill this. Go to combat, draw a card, discard a card. And then we can bounce it and or counter a spell, their next spell, depending on what it is. I would assume they want to kill it, so. No? Okay. I'll take another hit. And they got the mana to pay for it. Let's see how that is. Am I getting a lander? I'll throw that one away so I can keep the colorless. There's another one. Beautiful. Okay. I guess in this case, yeah, we still have enough swamps. We'll get rid of that. See what he wants to do. discard the land. We gotta kill it. It's just getting out of control. Or do we give it one more turn? Kill it now. I'll gladly bounce that one back to your hand. Alright, let's see what you do. Boom. Okay. I will ditch that. That's fine. Deal the damage. Let's draw 2 and hopefully. Nope. We don't even have 4 mana for this. But it is probably our best chance. We've thrown away how many lands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. We got a very low chance of hitting land drops now. Then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. Dang it. I think we're gonna keep our threats going. We still have some decent draws in here though. And the Death Touch should help be able to push damage depending on the play. Nothing, huh? Okay. I mean, don't have anything left to do. So down there. Virus Beetle. Another land. And you're kind of up on defense, so we'll send you in. So we need to hit another land, and we can ward this in, we can get this going, or warp it in, you know, keep saying ward. Now if they play land, that's good for them. Okay. Do I chump? Yes. So I can go get a land and ensure that I do. Kind of need it permanently on the ground, so we got to draw into something here. I'm at 7. That's 4. Nah, I gotta keep on defense. I don't think this is gonna work. We're gonna get a spell off that one. Another one? Jeez. Deck didn't work out quite how we would want it. We couldn't draw mana to save our lives. Probably could have played it a little bit better if we would have put our 2-drop out that gives us a lander if it dies, the Prospector. But we will try again in the next video. I am gonna aim for a collector box. Appreciate y'all watching. Once again, we didn't make it too far. If y'all do like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave some words of encouragement, and let's get on to the next one. See you guys.